What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back at again with the weekly Rust Skins videos, and just quickly before I start this video, just so you guys know, the round 11 of the Rust Twitch drops is currently live. So we have quite a lot of skins accepted at the moment that you can get for free, plus some general drops, so you can watch anyone and claim these. What you have to do is obviously link your Twitch account with this Twitch event and your Steam account as well. So just go to twitch.facepunch.com in order to get to that. Alright, let's get started with the skins. We have a Quarantine AK, looks fresh, Frosty MP5, Frosty set continuing, the Neon Storage set continuing with the electric box, a new tool set, Ancient Amber Stone, looks pretty sick, both stone tools, the Forest Raiders set continuing with the gloves and the boots, the Fish Hammer somehow making it in, and the fish set somehow continuing. Looks pretty cool though. And the Shadowstrike set continuing. We just had the crossbow last week, and now we have the bow. So let's get started with the clothing. We'll get started with the Forest Raiders boots and gloves. Now the Roadsign boots are going for $1.30 and the gloves are going for $3.25, so quite a lot more in comparison to the boots. Overall, I do think that the boots are going to be a pretty safe investment just because they are standard store price of $1.30 and they are a camoed boots, and I think pretty much all camo boots are going to be a safe investment as a long-term investment. I don't think it's going to go below $1.30, but I don't think they're going to have a very strong start just because the Forest Raiders hoodie and pants had a lot of skins dumped quite recently on the community market, and that drove the price of it down quite a lot. So overall though, I do think that the Forest Raiders boots are going to be a safe investment, and I do think that they look really good with the set. This is now the Forest Raiders set complete when it comes to clothing and armor. We've had all the Roadsign now, all the metal gear, the hoodie and pants, and now we've got the gloves and the boots. Don't expect leather gloves to come out. I don't think they're ever going to get made unless they already have, but if they have, I still don't think they're going to ever get accepted because it doesn't seem like Helk likes to accept leather gloves these days. Overall though, I will recommend investing in the Forest Raiders boots. As for the Roadsign gloves, I do think that they are a little bit too expensive to be investing in off of the Rust Item store. Going for $3.25, I think you'll be able to pick them up for a little bit cheaper on the community market. So if you want to invest in them, then I would recommend just getting them off the community market with buy orders to maximize your potential profits. Overall, pretty nice looking skin though, but I will not recommend investing in them off of the Rust Item store for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the Ancient Amber Stone Hatchet and Pickaxe. Both going for $3.25 each. These are also both glowing tools. So they're above standard store price, but it's most likely because they are glowing. Overall, I actually really like what they look like, but they are pay to lose items, let's be real. If you're running around as a Naked in the Night prim gear with your stone tools, then you're going to be a target. Mainly for that reason, I do think that these aren't going to go above $3.25. I don't think that they really should be starting at $3.25. Because anyone that's going to use them is going to be getting their cheeks clapped in the night. So overall, we already have had some glowing skins for both the hatchet and the pickaxe accepted, like the Night Farmer pick and hatchet, and they are both below this $3.25. So that's a glowing skin that you can pick up that's less than this already. But then we also do have some expensive skins for each item, like the Dragon Glass Stone Pickaxe, which is $33, and another glowing one for the Hatchet, which is around about the same price. I don't think they're going to get anywhere near that price because they're both OG skins, and overall, I really don't think that these are going to be very safe investments. $3.25. I'd recommend getting them with the buy order on the community market if you do want to get them as play skins. But overall, I just really don't think that these are going to perform very well as a investment, and so for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in them. Currently, the Hatchet is 4th on the top sellers page, and the Pickaxe is 5th on the top sellers page. If you are going to try and invest in one, then I'd recommend getting the Pickaxe over the Hatchet, but either way, I still wouldn't recommend investing in them off of the Rust Item store. Alrighty, moving over to the Fish Hammer, continuation of the Fish set, going for only $1.30, which I'm very surprised about. The cheapest hammer skin on the community market is $2.84. I am actually going to just straight up recommend investing in this. I don't really need to say too much about it, to be honest. The fish set has clearly been very popular, and it does have a decent amount of demand. In saying that, this fish hammer is currently, 8th on the 7th actually on the top sellers. So at the moment, it's very unlikely it's going to get oversaturated, but just keep in mind it is day one, so it will most likely start to go up the list on the top sellers throughout the week. Overall though, very unique looking hammer skin, and it is a meme skin. So in my opinion, I do think it's a standout skin, and I do think that it will have demand. Plus people are going to want to pair it up with all their fish stuff that they already have. And it is even perfect because it is prim gear, and this is a hammer when you're making your first 2x2. Going for $1.30, I will recommend investing in the fish hammer for this week, and I do think it is going to be an easy money maker. Alrighty, moving over to the Frosty MP5, a continuation of the Frosty set now. We've just had the Frosty AK, and that's going for $4.42, and now we have the Frosty MP5 clearly going for $3.25. So it is above standard store price for tools and weapons, and the MP5 of course, but I do think that this is actually going to start going somewhere at this stage. So we've just had the AK accepted, we've just had the MP5 accepted. They're the two meta guns of the game, probably not including the LR. And I do think that as long as this set continues, this MP5 is going to be a pretty good moneymaker. Overall, I will recommend investing in the Frosty MP5. I know it is above standard store price, but as long as this set continues, I do see it performing quite well. Currently, it is also the cheapest MP5 on the community market. I'm pretty sure the cheapest one on the community market is the Burnout one, going for maybe $4.15, something like that. And overall, I do think that this is going to go above that price. And as long as the set continues, then it's going to perform even better. The only other similar MP5 skin we really have to this one is the Cold Hunter, and I'm pretty sure that's around about $60. Yes, I just checked. It is $52.76. So overall, I really do think that the Frosty MP5 is going to be a pretty safe investment for this week. Currently, it is third on the top sellers, so most likely there's going to be quite a few on the community market, but either way, I will recommend investing in the Frosty MP5, and I do definitely think it is going to make you some easy money as a medium to long-term investment. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Frosty MP5 for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the Quarantine AR, Quarantine AK going for $3.95 above standard store price. Honestly, I don't know why this one is a lot higher compared to usual for its pricing, but overall it definitely actually is a standout skin in my opinion, very unique, and it looks really nice. It actually reminds me of like Rainbow Six Siege skins for some reason, but overall, as long as this thing doesn't have a glowing thing on the body of it, which I'm pretty sure is just silver, I'm only looking at it in screenshots at the moment, then I do think this thing's actually going to do pretty well. I don't usually recommend investing in AK skins, and honestly, I do think you could get this for cheaper, a little bit cheaper on the community market with the buy order, but I actually do see the Quarantine AK making you money if you just buy as a play skin. So if you have it as a medium to long-term investment, I do see the Quarantine AK going up in value. If this actually became a set, then of course it would go up even further. Honestly, I don't know if it will become a set. I didn't check who made the skin, but it is a really nice looking AK skin, at least what I can see from these screenshots, and I do actually think it will perform quite well as a medium to long term investment. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Quarantine AR for this week off of the Rust Item Store or the community market with the buy order. Alrighty, moving over to the Shadowstrike Bow, going for $1.30, which is below weapon prices usually. So $1.30 is actually a pretty good price. I only just really checked that out. But the Shadowstrike Crossy was in last week's store, going for $4.61 at the moment on the community market. There's only 20 on the community market though. Overall, the Shadowstrike Bow is starting to look a little better more and more I look at it. Currently it's last on the top sellers, so that means it's going to have a low quantity, and it is also actually the cheapest bow skin that would be on the community market as well. So the Pharaoh's Bow is the cheapest, and it's going for $1.81, and the Shadowstrike Bow is going for $1.30. So overall, I don't honestly think it's going to be a crazy investment or anything like that, but if you're someone that doesn't have a very large wallet, Steam wallet, then I would recommend investing in the Shadowstrike Bow for this week, just because I do think it actually will be a pretty safe investment. As I said, I don't think it's going to make you a crazy amount of money or anything like that, but I do think it'll make you a little bit of money in case you are trying to just safely increase your Steam wallet. So overall, I will recommend investing in it. Honestly, don't think it's going to be crazy, but I do think it will be pretty safe. So as I just said, I will recommend investing in the Shadowstrike Bow for this week. Alrighty, last but not least, we have the Neon Elec storage. So Neon Electrical storage box is what this is meant to be, going for $3.25, which is the standard store price for the Neon storage box set. But obviously it is more expensive than the standard large wooden box. Overall though, the Neon storage set has been very successful, and I do think that this will be an alright investment as a long-term investment, but overall as a short-term investment, I don't think it's going to be great. What I'd recommend to do is invest in it off of the community market with the buy order. I honestly do think you're going to be getting these for cheaper with a buy order on the community market than what you have to buy them for on the Rust item store. The electrical box is going to be a very niche box in comparison to most, and currently the neon electrical box is still second on the top sellers, so there's going to be quite a few on the community market. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in them off of the Rust item store unless you're planning on investing in this just as a long-term investment, but as a short-term investment, I don't think these are going to perform well, and so I would recommend getting them off of the community market instead. I just honestly don't think they're going to perform very well because they are such a niche box in comparison to some of the other neon storage boxes. So for that reason, that is my recommendation for this week. Right guys, this is my cart for this week. So I'm getting one of everything. I'm getting 3 of the Forest Raiders boosts, 3 of the Fish Hammers, 2 of the Frosty MP5s. Not really investing too much this week. It's going to cost me $32.55. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?